Today, it's the National Football League. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Get us started now, the kicker Chris Boswell, and we are underway from Cincinnati. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone, and he returns this to the 22. The Bengals offense here ready to rock and roll. Joe Burrow is the man at quarterback.
Hey, we all love a good story, and what we like even more, guys who can fight through adversity. Joe Burrow coming out of high school, goes to Ohio State, doesn't get a chance to start, transfers to LSU, not thought to be a top prospect, ends up the #1 pick in the draft, and justifies it. Tremendous play, excellent mobility, and leadership off the charts.
Meanwhile, Burrow's throw into the hands of Sample. And this will go as a gain of 7 as he gets it to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They will throw on first down with Burrow. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Jamar Chase, 65 yards. And the Bengals need just 3 plays to go down and take the early lead. Evan McPherson now for the PAT. He's got it to make it 7-0 Bengals. The drive there only spanning 3 plays. And it was Jamar Chase who finished it off with a touchdown reception. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. So here are the Steelers now to take over for the first time. As we take a peek at the Oklahoma State product, their quarterback, Mason Rudolph.
And when Mason Rudolph is on the field, sometimes the scouting reports have to be revised a little bit because often quarterbacks like to throw short to get a rhythm. For Mason Rudolph, he loves the deep fade, and he loves the deep post pattern. Anything over the top, those are his favorite shots downfield, and that's what gets him comfortable.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Rudolph looking to throw it. Pass incomplete.
Tough series for the passing game. Things just aren't clicking. Hoping they can come through on this play and get this series back on track with a completion for enough yardage for a first down.
Rudolph loses the football. It's out. Points 1, 2, and 3 in their defensive game plan was to get to the quarterback and knock the ball free. They did it there. Luckily, offense hangs on to it.
Yeah, that's got to serve as a wake-up call, though, because they can't afford to let the ball go over to the defense and miss opportunities. And I'm not saying it happened here, but you know what a good rule of thumb is when a play like that occurs? You know who usually recovers it? The guy who missed his block and let his quarterback get hit.
It'll be a 39-yard punt. Give him a good 10 yards on the return. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Now it's Burrow. He'll buy some time right. Oh, what was he thinking there? It's easily intercepted. Picked up by DeMonte Kazin. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. After the interception, here's Rudolph. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. Sam Hubbard making his presence felt in the backfield. So now 20 yards to go on 2nd down after the sack. Work to be done. First carry for Najee Harris. And he'll bring this one inside the 35. And that looked like like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him. So when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, it makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
So they accept the penalty, of course, and push the offense backwards a bit. So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Rudolph. And this pass broken up. And the contact well timed there. And now 4th down. And his kick is good. He got every bit of that one as it's good from 56 yards out. And they are on the board but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells you? In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
The Bengals drive about to get going. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
1st down. Here's Burrow. And the catch made, it's Tyler Boyd. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Operating out of Steeler territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Now it's Burrow. This one hauled in by Sample. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Burrow going to give this to Mixon. And this time not quite to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Burrow going to fake to Mixon and now look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown. Tyler Boyd. 31 yards. And they are able to add on to their advantage. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The drive summary that time, 5 plays. And it's finished off by the touchdown from Tyler Boyd. After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. And Pittsburgh getting set to take the field. Still in the first half, but this offense has struggled. Haven't really been able to get anything going, not only in the points category, but in the yards category. We'll see if they can do better here on this drive. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Rudolph. Completes this one to Pickens. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. On 1st down, it's Rudolph. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So the incomplete pass there, but the roughing the passer call bails them out.
Which means you have to stay on the field on defense longer because you've given the offense free snaps, not to mention the free yardage after that mistake.
Rudolph, and it's a fumble, and the Bengals grab it. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Obviously, you got to hold on to the football, but I've got to give credit to them. And now before the ball changes hands, they're going to take a look at this just to make sure that they have it right. Now the question, was the knee in fact down before this ball comes loose? And is the video convincing enough to overturn it?
A lot of factors here. Remember, you also need clear possession of the football afterwards.
So that one overturned. They say the knee was down, and that will not be ruled a fumble. On second down, here's Rudolph. He rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick. And the Bengals are going to get this back to their own 34-yard line. Burrow and the Bengals with a 1st and 10 at the 34. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. It connects quickly to Jamar Chase. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. He'll air this one out for Boyd. A big play there for Cincinnati. And even 50 yards. They'll give it to Mixon. And he takes it into the end zone. Touchdown, Bengals. Joe Mixon, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the Bengals are able to add on to that lead. Extra point by McPherson, up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Scoring summary, 3-play drive. And it all culminated in the touchdown run coming from Joe Mixon. On the return from his end zone, Godwin Igwebuike. And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. Rudolph's throw into the hands of Pickens. And he gets this one just shy of the 40, down at the 39. Successful start to the drive, 17 yards, and moves the sticks. Pretty solid run here on 1st down. Almost picked up another first, but he appears to be a few inches short. Good position to be in here, 2nd and inches. They'll fake it. Now Rudolph. Oh, everything falling apart now. Another one intercepted. And he will bring it back. It's a pick-6 for a Bengals TD. And now, as with every potential turnover, they're going to take a second look at this just to make sure. At issue here, does the football make contact with the ground before he secured it? And I think some of these angles are going to give us a pretty good look.
Secured is the important part because the ball can touch the ground, but it can't be loose when it does. So that's what they're going to have to try and figure out.
And McPherson on for the extra point. And they open the lead up now to 25 points. So after the made field goal, here's McPherson to send this one away. Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive. They are looking to make a bit of a 180. They are sputtering right now.
And frankly, I think it's time to call your playmakers together and say, all right, guys, we're going to lean on you through this patch. We need you to get us back on track and get us going in the right direction. So you're calling plays geared to them. Not necessarily when you look at your plays, oh, this hurts the defense. I want the ball in the hands of X, Y, and Z and see if we can move forward.
So don't get too cute. Go to the playmakers.
And that was yardage that they needed there after the sack on 1st down. They didn't get all of it back, but now they look at 3rd down as a manageable situation, one that they have a much better chance of picking up.
We remind you that coming up at halftime, Jonathan Coachman will be alongside. He'll have highlights and analysis from Orlando of this first half of action. Here's Rudolph off play action. Pass to the sideline and pulled in. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Here's Rudolph.
Looking for Pickens. He's got him on the out route.
And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot. Got his man complete over the middle. That's Warren. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. Now he dumps this off over the middle. So the completion good for 7 there. And it'll be 2nd down. Now the Steelers use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Again, it's Rudolph.
Setting up the screen, Harris.
And he's going to get it down to the 33-yard line here. The Steelers signal for the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
A short one there to Freiermuth. And he's going to be taken down, but there's a penalty flag in the backfield. Is this a hold, or did they rough the quarterback? Well, that flag puts them on their heels a little bit more defensively as the officials walk it upfield.
Yeah, and they can blame the officials all they want, but bottom line, it's their own fault because, to me, that was an avoidable call. Stay focused. And
it'll be intercepted. Chidobe Awuzie with a pick.
And the Bengals are going to take possession here as they've got it at their own 4-yard line.
On 1st and 10, Joe Burrow.
Slant pass to Boyd.
And all the way to the 25 before he's hit and dropped. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as it'll come with 36 ticks to go in half number 1. Now Burrow on 1st down.
Looking deep here for Chase.
And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down.
Mike's 50. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got.
Here's Burrow setting up to throw it.
Oh, he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted.
Picked off by Minkah Fitzpatrick. And they will finally run him down, but not until he brings us one all the way back down inside the 10-yard line. This is 1st and goal, and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. Nice job defensively to hold him to 4, and now it's 2nd and goal. Now the Steelers going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Here's Rudolph. And he's going to go down. Sacked back at the 13-yard line. There for the sack, B.J. Hill.
Well, time is of the essence. We breeze through halftime, and we are ready for the second half.
The Steelers going to get the football first here, trailing on the scoreboard as we are back underway on EA Sports.
Igwebuike to return it from his end zone here. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped at the 23.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive.
CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl A 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
He needed a yard. That's exactly what he got. Earns him a new set of downs. They'll try the air now. Here's Rudolph. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Well, he certainly thought he had a window to push that ball downfield, but as soon as he released the throw, the corner was there to slam that window shut.
On 2nd and 10, Rudolph.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Throwing on 3rd down, here's Rudolph.
Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have 1st down yardage.
So it was already a gain on the completion, but tack on some more with that penalty.
Absolutely, and no matter what angle you're making the tackle from, you can't grab the face mask, and that's just putting your defense on its heels just a little bit more.
Now a run on 1st down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. They'll keep it on the ground. Harris again. Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
Well, this defense, they've got the 4-score advantage, and you can see why they continue to bottle up the run game, and really they've just been sharp in all facets here in this one, CD.
Yeah, they've kept that offense in check the entire game, and I think it's been led by what you just talked about, that defensive front, which has not allowed them to run the football and establish control of the line of scrimmage.
Still in search of their 1st touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Harris running straight ahead.
Oh, and fine work there as he gets this thing down to the 11-yard line.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another 1st down. Rudolph now to throw.
And that one too wide and incomplete. So 2nd and 10, 3rd quarter. Thanks for tagging along with us here from the Queen City of Cincinnati.
Rudolph looking to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22.
Mike Hilton, always dangerous on the corner blitz, and he gets the sack.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. Now Chris Boswell for the Steelers field goal try. From the left hash, just a 32-yard attempt. Boswell's kick is good. And they're back within 3 scores as it's now... So another good job defensively because they've allowed 3 trips into the red zone, but only the 2 field goals.
Yeah, that's the bend but don't break, isn't it? And they really didn't get broken at all because if you're running off the field having allowed 2 field goals and 3 trips in the red zone, you've actually come out ahead.
Yeah, flipping over to the other side, the offense, they'll hope to cash in for 6 next trip. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the 3rd quarter. You're 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also not going pell-mell like you would in 2-minute offense. This is what NFL offenses call 4-minute football. Take the clock out of the game a little bit, wind it down, but at the same time, keep advancing the ball down the field.
They're passing here. Joe Burrow. He's got his man. That's Sample, the tight end. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the 3rd quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Here's Burrow.
He will find his man Chase complete.
And he's corralled but not before getting it inside the 35. This gain not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. From the shotgun, it's Burrow. And he'll go right back to Chase. That's caught again. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. They go right back to him for 20 and a first. And Burrow going to throw again. Now the pressure gets there, and he goes down just inside the 20 at the 19.
Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And it's never good to take a sack. You really don't want to take one down here in this part of the field, down near the red zone.
Not at all, because you're already pretty much assured of a field goal. But you take a big sack, it could push you out of range, and that's why defenses get a little more aggressive in this situation. They're almost conceding the 3 points. They want to push you back and try and take you out of that.
Now Burrow steps away. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD.
Joe Burrow
taking it in from 4 yards out.
And the Bengals up the lead to 4 scores now here in this fourth quarter. Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And that'll push the lead up to 29 now.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
And he'll elect not to return this one, so they'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback. The Pittsburgh offense at the line to start their next drive.
Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it. Here we go on fourth. Rudolph
able to find the open man. That's complete. Still going inside the 20.
And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh.
George Pickens.
65 yards.
And the Steelers are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point put through by Boswell. And that'll cut the lead down now to 22. The drive summary, 4 plays, 75 yards. So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Now they're down big here in the fourth. They had to try the onside kick. Can't fault them for the effort at least.
No, you can't at all. And if nothing else, now you've put something that you're trying to practice, right, that you've worked on into a game situation, and now you can go back and dissect it. So if you need it again sometime, maybe you'll find a better way to do it. But, yeah, this game's pretty much done for them.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Picked off by Chandon Sullivan.
There he goes, right side. And he will take it across midfield and down to the 45.
So rare to see any quarterback toss back-to-back interceptions in the NFL, regardless of status or experience. Whether it's him personally or just the offensive game plan, I think this defense is reading something out there, and they're holding the upper hand.
Rudolph's throw complete there to Johnson.
And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. From the gun, here's Rudolph.
Now a short pass pulled in by Washington.
And he is out of bounds inside the 30.
From the 29, here's 2nd down and 7.
Now it's Rudolph.
Throwing quickly there, but it's incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout that's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Throw left side complete. That's Warren. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25. They stopped him shy of the marker, thought they were bringing up fourth down, and then that penalty.
Let's face it, they thought they had bent but could absorb that, right? Instead, they broke as a result of their own penalty.
And in for the Steelers touchdown. Pat Freiermuth from 13 yards out. And the Steelers have got it back to a two-score game here in the fourth. They'll try and throw for it. And unable to connect. They don't get the two-point conversion here. Tough there. Good pass. Hit the hands. He just couldn't bring it in.
And every receiver's coach everywhere. Seeing that play, focus, focus, focus. Watch it all the way in and tuck it away.
Fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
And he will get enough for a first down, and that will lead us to the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. Give him 2 on the play there, and it'll give the Bengals a first down. Now it's Burrow.
Over the middle, that's caught by Chase.
And quickly, we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively.
Here we go. Here we go. Right, 80. 50. Mike 50. Let's go, baby. They turn up. Get that ball.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Working the middle here. That's complete to Sample, the tight end. Now the Steelers use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
2nd and 7.
Big 13.
Burrow will throw. This is caught.
And he will have a Bengals first down. And it's celebration time on that sideline, and they've earned it.
They'll give them the yardage on the pass and half the distance to the goal line.
Because they're inside the 30, so now you don't march off the full 15, right? You have half the distance to the goal. In any event, that's precious real estate given up.
Mixon diving for the end zone, and he'll get there. Touchdown. Everybody in the stadium knew what they were going to do right there, CD. 3 tight ends on the field, all that extra bulk, and they run it in.
And you saw where that one went, right? You run it over your best blocker. I can just see the head coach right now. I want to run this one over the big boy. And they got it done.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away.
They'll bring it out to the 25 on the touchback.
The Steeler offense set to regain possession. But we said it at halftime that they would need a nearly perfect second half to erase that deficit that they were facing, CD. But unfortunately, the second half has pretty much been a carbon copy of the first.
Yeah, that early lead was almost insurmountable the way their opponent was playing. And, partner, they do have some good news, though. This one is getting close to being over, and they can try and hit the reset button starting tomorrow.
They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today.
Daxton Hill picks it off.
And he'll bring this one back to the 29. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
That's going to be caught by Pickens.
And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35.
A short one there to Freiermuth.
Yeah, that one was covered pretty well because they were trying to leak the tight end out into the flat. I think they were hoping he could catch it, turn upfield, and pick up the first down.
Rudolph throwing on second down.
Here's Freiermuth again.
So the completion good for 6 yards. And that'll bring us to a 3rd and 4. Rudolph looking to throw it.
Pass taken in by his big tight end.
And out of bounds right around the 20. His big game continues. 10 catches now and another first down. From the red zone now, Rudolph. He finds Robinson. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down.
Just need a yard here. 2nd and 1.
Rudolph throwing again. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Warren.
And as this defense walks off the field, they can do so with their heads held high. What a performance. Well, by the offense, too. I mean, really, Charles, just complete domination on both sides of the football here in this one.
Certainly was, and I think both sides compete against each other all the time. You go to each other in practice, obviously your training camps, your off-season. But on game day, you both want to show your best. And I think that's what we saw from both the offense and the defense, a complete team victory.
So that's a wrap for Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. And this has been a presentation of the NFL on EA Sports. For more, check us out